Stormies. We're discussing Season 7, Episode 2 of Game of Thrones, Stormborn.
Yeah, what an episode.
It's been a long day, so forgive the tiredness and everything, but, let's try to remember everything that happened.
Okay.
Yeah. General thoughts.
I just want to. My general thought is, I think people are also gonna say that this was an okay episode.
What?
No. Because
Last week people
thought last week was an okay episode.
I thought last week was an okay episode.
Really? This was still very dialogue heavy. I liked it because,
Those are the things I like.
But and the ending was lit. But I think people are also gonna say this was okay.
No, I will agree with you. The last one was just an okay episode.
No, I thought last.
But this one, it was it had had titties and it had a fighting scene, so it fulfilled my requirements.
TNA.
I like last episode too.
TNA.
But no, I mean y'all under I remember during discussions. Hold up, I was talking. Calm down. All right, but anyways, I was talking. You guys were all underestimating Iran and everything, but this dude is hell of a savage and smart, because he just straight up took out the ships by.
They've revamped him for this season.
So I mean, I think him and Cersei are gonna fuck shit up. Cersei will die, but they're gonna fuck shit up.
Yeah, we did.
I really like this episode because in this episode I felt like finally all the dots were connecting between Jon and Daenerys and Arya figuring out that Jon is still alive in King of the North, and then Cersei. What sister did I forgot what she reminded me. Oh, try and make Jon bend the knee and shit, all that stuff. Everything finally was connecting together. I'm finally, they all know about each other. Now they're gonna meet. Yay.
Yeah, she did.
Man, what the fuck? I've been holding my hand out long.
I didn't see.
What the fuck?
Bro, she does the same time.
No, I've been holding it way longer than you.
It's okay.
Anyway, all I want to say is I agree. It is people are gonna say that. I think so because if they complain about last episode, then they will complain about this. Because I feel like last episode had bigger moments.
Yeah.
Arya killing all the Freys. Daenerys landing in Dragonstone.
Yeah.
But to me, it's just, it would be stupid if Jon and Daenerys were meeting by the first or second episode.
Yeah.
It's just as exciting seeing the dots connect.
Yeah.
Than seeing how Samuel wrote to Jon also. That's the only way he was all right, Tyrion, I knew him, I was cool with him. Jon, Sam tells me the same thing. It's just.
But dots have connected. Sorry, just a quick thought. Dots have connected before in the show, and whenever you think it's going in one direction, it's I don't know. It's like the whole Euron thing. We don't. Yeah. I did not see that coming.
Man, his ship was terrifying.
Naheed?
I thought this was a way better episode than yesterday. Last week, because there was a lot of reunions, man. A lot of people met. Daenerys met Varys and had that whole conversation with this loyalty. You figured out who Varys truly freaking is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You saw Olenna Tyrell and all the Sand Snakes, meet up and be with Daenerys. It's all Westeros finally collided with what's going on with Daenerys and Essos, and that's just fucking awesome as it is. And then finally, you know what I mean? Daenerys hears about Jon Snow, and Daenerys was the one that told Jon Snow to bend the knee. So
she obviously could have worded that way differently. But
a lot of people.
She didn't say it in the letter though, did she?
Yeah, she said
to whoever you want.
Yeah, no. She said that I want him to bend the knee.
She said that, but I don't know if she put it in the letter. But in the letter, she did mention her Unsullied in her Dothraki. But
and the dragon.
Go for it, Bet.
To me, I liked the first episode much better than I liked this episode. And I'm not saying I didn't like this one.
It was more.
But I can see that the storytelling is getting much more fast-paced.
Yeah.
I feel like earlier, if the show was at this point, I don't know, in last season, they'd probably given more time to this battle scene on the sea. It would probably be a little bit more, I don't know, thought through, better thought through.
Yeah.
The entire, I feel like it was jumping from basically there were a lot of small 2 or 3 minute scenes for every single character, and it was just kind of introductory, but this is where we are right now, and so it was a good episode to do that. But I think that the coming episode will be much more action.
So, I really agree with you. I think we all know that they're speeding up because there's a lot of story to tell with not a lot of time, and it does kind of throw me out of it for Game of Thrones because I liked it when it was a slower pace than it was before. But I'm 100% fine with it. I think it's going to bring more fans to the table, and I understand why it's happening. That being said, I really dig what all happened at Daenerys' castle. because she had a really good point. She was like, I can't use these foreign armies to like attack the capital, but I can use these foreign armies to go and attack their home, which is what I suggested. That was me. I should be Tyrion, helping out, decide on war. I learned that from playing PUBG.
Fucking White Lotus shirt.
PUBG, dog.
But what Varys said when Varys was like, look, like I'm for the fucking people. He's like, I've seen the nobles rule. Like Varys, like what he was saying. Scene. I think it was probably one of his most honest moments because it made a lot of sense. And she had the right to be wary of him, like 100%. You know what I mean? And I know that Tyrion trusts him, but like if I'm in charge, then I need to know like what the fuck you stand for. And in essence, he was just like, you know, he was real with her. And then they hinted at like the democracy elements behind it a little bit, where she was like, well, if I'm ever fucking up, like tell me to my face. Like let me know so like we can work it out. And I think that,
which is something no one does to
no one, yeah, and that's like awesome because you really get to see like those connections, like the like seeds are being planted for things to be much better, because you can't come at a king or a queen like that usually, you know what I mean? Like people just follow those rules, but in this case you get to really you know, maximize your bow. Catch it.
Bow. I know. I was gonna say bow.
Oh, sorry.
The three of you have your hand up together.
Going, starting from the beginning, I really liked this episode a lot. I love the transitions; they were really flawless.
Except for that.
Oh, like
Sam.
Oh,
that was cool.
Like Sam tossing the Dragonstone to like the guy eating food.
But that, and then just like when they were at, you know, the Citadel. In the part where he was talking to the Archmaester, and then they transitioned to Cersei walking down to the. I love all those shots. Those transitions were awesome.
Who directed this one?
Yeah, that was really cool.
I think it was somebody named Serge Chowdhury.
What?
But going with what
Chris
was saying, I know. I was trying to figure out what I was trying to say.
You forgot your name. He's
No,
lying.
I really do. I know his name. Going
Sure
with what
you do.
Chris. Oh my fucking god. Sorry, Chris.
Get it, bro.
Now you know his name.
I do know his name.
Come on, he's gonna forget what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. Going with what I'm about to forget because I have ADHD.
Go.
Going with what Chris was saying. Varys always quoted or said, like, you know, he does for the realm, like what he does for the realm. So it's really like going, like, he's always interested in what the people have to deal with and everything. So I feel like he does really care about. Yeah.
And at that very just little slight thing, it's cool that he uses the people as his weapon too.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was me. It was me.
Surge.
It was me. It was me.
Oh, really?
It was Serge.
No, it was me. It was like violently me. You know,
Violently.
You fucking know
The
too.
wolf chooses. The wolf chooses.
God,
So, I think I agree that like the pacing, obviously, ever since season 6 has ramped up. Even like
Yeah.
season 5 kind of had a
Last
slow
season was pretty
burn.
fast too.
But yeah, it was because I feel like, you know, now that George R.R. Martin has just given them the roadmap of what's coming in his books and not the actual, they don't have actual book material to mine through. They just have like, here are the point, here are the moments. The show, and I noticed this last season too, has just sort of just been about like moments now, and I'm sort of okay with that because one, it separates it from the books even more, so you can read the books and enjoy that as its own thing entirely.
Yeah.
Two, these are like the big moments we want to see, and they're doing it well and like putting
Yeah.
more budget into it.
And we don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, I'm fine with just seeing like this reunion, this battle. So it's just, it's simpler storytelling. It's less.
Yeah.
Game
It'd be
of
way
Thrones
different if
stuff.
they were gonna do this for like 5 seasons.
Yes.
But we know that
This
we
builds
don't
up
have.
to
Yeah,
this.
we don't have time for it. Like we just don't
And
have
it's
time.
less episodes
Yeah.
too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you put out that new book yet?
No.
No.
Not yet.
Y'all put out the
There's
Mount
2
Sorry
more
reactions
left, right?
Who had their hand up? Who had their
Me.
hand up?
Me. It was fucking.
I think he just gave up on writing the book, to be honest.
A few points.
Got one on your knee.
Yeah, I know. I was laying down taking pictures earlier. Production stuff. Anyways, a few points. I really liked the Varys scene. I thought that was like one of his best moments in the show.
Yeah.
And I also really like Tyrion, like telling them to attack Casterly Rock.
Like I said,
That's what
I called it. Dog.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking he might not do that. But anyways, going back to the transitions, like when you were saying, I agree about the storytelling. It's getting faster, but for this episode particularly pertaining with the transitions, like it was a little disjointed during the fight scene.
Yeah.
But that could have just been like a stylistic choice.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, here's the thing though: is that like it'll be different when it's Unsullied versus like Dothraki or that's
Yeah,
right.
you
Unsullied versus
They want to
Lannister
spend
because
the whole budget on the Greyjoy battle.
yeah, because on top of that,
name
name another Greyjoy other than the 3 that we know. Like with them fighting on their ships, even if it was like well lit in the middle of the day, we wouldn't know who is who because they have the same fucking outfit. So I just be like, I don't know.
And like, they know we don't really give a shit about these characters that much, but it was still cool to see.
Damn, she's just about to get some pussy too.
No, that was it.
I just have a quick question. What the fuck are the Dothrakis? We didn't see them last episode or this episode. Are they still in their homeland or did they move somewhere?
No, the Dothraki, they're in Westeros.
Westeros?
I'm sorry. They're in Westeros, bro. They're just hanging out, like probably like doing Dothraki
Are we going
shit.
in order talking about stuff, or are we just saying what we like about it?
I honestly, guys, like it's been a long day. We're all kind of tired. We're just kind of bouncing around. I hope you're okay with that. We got it.
We could start
Yeah.
going.
You wanna go by?
Alright, then
You want to go by north, south?
No, okay then. I thought we were talking about our favorite point.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
talk about
just
it,
talk
man.
about your favorite
Yeah,
one.
Talk about what's in your heart, bro.
No, it's my turn. Pat, you want to say something?
No, you can talk.
Is it
Bugs
recording?
was a dog. You still
Alright.
talk.
Man, you
Man,
gotta
I just
roll.
want to say one of my favorite scenes was that scene with Olenna Tyrell and fucking Daenerys Targaryen. That was fucking dope, dude.
Be a dragon.
Yeah, she just like she put it straight to her face. You know what I mean? You can like think on it. You can always like get the advice from all your advisors, but at the end of the day, like do what you please. You know what I mean? Be the dragon.
That's
Like,
what Jon did.
huh?
Yeah.
That's what Jon did.
Yeah, dude, and I'm like, and it's really awesome to see that shit.
Wait. It's awesome to
The wolf
see her
juice is
listen
the wolf
to-
juice.
Yeah, see?
No, it's awesome to like. It's
See the backstabber right here?
what?
I have my hand up.
Anyway, I wanted to harp on a point real quick about Jon's leadership too, and like the fact that every single person went against him, and he still knew it was the right decision to go. So he was like,
Yeah.
"Look, I didn't want to be king. You guys made me because of my decision making." And it made me think about, I think it was like season 5 when Maester Aemon died.
Yeah.
He told him like, "Kill the boy, become Jon Snow." Even Stannis was telling him like, "You're the leader, make the decision. If they don't like the wildlings, but you know what's north, make the decision." He made the decision, let the wildlings lead. He does what he knows needs to be done.
Killing it,
Yeah.
dude.
That's why he's the
But
one
also-
true king.
That got
Kill
him
him.
solidly murdered one time.
I think
But is
that's
he the
a good
prince that was
episode.
promised?
I don't know.
Keep
There
you
could be a
on the
princess that
football
was promised.
coach, bro.
Yeah.
Hashtag
It's
feminism,
like
hashtag equal rights. Hashtag.
speech thing.
Yeah.
The football coach.
I agree with the way that he's doing things. I like that he listened to everybody and heard them, but like he was like, like I have to do this, and he have to. His biggest point was made like, because I dig it when people have their points where he's like, I'm a king, she's a queen, she's not gonna be persuaded by anybody but me. So like that makes sense, right?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I can't argue with that. What I was gonna say is I really dig that Daenerys is like, she's like, everyone's like, yo, you've got everything you need to go take down the Red Keep. And she's like, no, like I don't want to do it that way. And like she was like, if I burn, she was like I don't want to rule these fucking ashes. Everybody kept saying that shit, like ashes, ashes. And I get that people are trying to push her to do it because they're like they want this shore force. We know that she has all the things now necessary to overtake the throne. But like I'd be worried about how that would affect her in the future. I think people would try to kill and take her out, just like they did in Marine when she went way too hard in Marine. And now she has a chance to like she has conquered places with force before, and now she has a chance to do it like very chill like and just kind of like ease it in. And I think that that's going to probably be the best bet for her. And I see other people trying to get her to do like the hardcore, super ultra violent thing. And I'm glad she's not. And she's really like digging her heels in and like kind of fighting for what she thinks is right. And it's kind of peaceful.
She's pulling.
Boom!
Can I say something? Take it after.
I think it's.
Damn it.
Sorry.
The wolf chooses who the wolf chooses.
So going with again with what Chris was saying.
Got you, bro.
See, now he knows your name.
Well, actually, I think it was you who was saying it. Someone mentioned that, like, Jon was going against what everyone was saying and stuff like that.
That was me asking.
And yeah, I know. I said I think it's someone else. That said. Anyways, I thought it was really cool. I think he even when he said it, it's like I'm leaving you in good hands, and he appointed Sansa as that. It's like I think he actually is taking her into consideration because when she was like, "Would it be so terrible for you to listen to me or take advice from me?" And so he knows that she's probably the best person, like, because she's learned so much from Cersei and everything like that in her experience.
And Peterfinger, who's been trying to Peter her finger.
But yeah,
Finger her Peter.
Peter.
But I think like he's a conniving son of a bitch. Okay,
Yeah.
like, it's scary, but I think she's gonna be strong enough to keep away from that, and I think Arya is gonna help with that. Because if something goes down, I think
Arya will put a knife to that motherfucker 100 times before he can blink.
We know he gonna die.
Yeah.
I don't think Peter's gonna die.
Dude, he hates the Starks. He solidly hates the Starks. He only likes Catelyn. He hates the rest of those goddamn Starks.
No, but he likes Sansa. He likes Sansa.
When you said that Littlefinger's been getting beat up by Starks for generations.
Right? Yeah, like
Brandon, the brother, like Ned, fucking John.
And like he hates them now. Like out of everybody to have in the castle, like they just need to be like, look, dude, like we respect you and you got an army and shit, but I need you to go the fuck over there with your army and be chill. If we need you, we'll blow the horn. Like I cannot trust you in my house. That dude will fuck your wife behind your back, literally.
Literally.
Don't turn around. We're busy back here. Like,
But going off what he was also saying, it's like how to telling Daenerys to be like more of a dragon and stuff. It'll be interesting to see how she responds with what just happened.
She lost the sea.
So,
well, she might burn down his fleet.
so there might just be some big old.
Can I just say something after that?
Going off what Bo was saying. No, but seriously, I was like,
Niggas had his hand up for like an hour.
It's on them.
I was getting freaked out. I literally was just gonna talk about Pete Littlefinger and stuff with like Jon leaving. Like, good for Jon for leaving and doing his thing and believing that like he's doing what's best for people. Because for God's sakes, like he died and came back to life. Like, what does he have to lose? Really? Like, think about it. Like, what are they gonna do? But anyway, with him leaving, I do have a fear that Littlefinger will get to Sansa, just in a way, because like I feel like she is falling into his trap just a little bit. But yeah, Arya's gonna come and like put a stop to it, maybe. But
hopefully,
I think it's gonna be 50-50 in the air what Littlefinger is gonna do, because he has a major role. And then I think it's very cool that Melisandre came to Daenerys. So I'm gonna like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
I wanted her to say something about the Red Priest and how
I just want to, and then I like how they burnt Stannis in it.
Well, what I wanted to say is,
Hey, can you speak to your left just a tad? You might be out of frame.
Oh, shit.
Thank you so much.
Oh shit. My bad. See, dude, after this shit with fucking
Euron and everything, dude, I think she's gonna turn into the fucking dragon. I think she's gonna make some really dumb moves because
No,
now,
I think it's smart to show your card now.
okay, sure, definitely show your cards, but I also feel like I know you're saying that it was smart that she kind of laid back, didn't have the dragons attack and just go straight into King's Landing. But man, if that happened, dude, don't you think that whole thing with Euron and fucking attacking Euron then would happen? I don't think it would have happened. No, man. I think they would have fucking gotten to King's Landing. I think they would have done. I mean, if in all honesty, I know
if they all went there.
If they all bombarded the castle all at once, she would have taken King's Landing.
But no, do you hear what Cersei's
I know,
preaching to her people about the dragons and shit? If she does that, she gets more fighters.
I completely get that. But even though that would have been the case, she still would have won. She still would have won at the end.
Quick.
If you think about it, she would have won.
But you gotta win the right way, though.
I get that, but like now, which one is the right way? Because now you have a whole fleet of the Greyjoys that are gone.
You're right. Like,
you know what I mean?
She's
They're
lost
about to
the
hit
now.
Castle Rock, though. They have a plan.
No. Okay, the plan now is fuck. If you think about it, the plan is gone, dude. They don't have any more ships. They have no more ships. They've lost the whole fleet.
Are you thinking the thing I'm thinking?
I want to add a quick thought to it.
What?
So so I think this is gonna piss Dany off, and I think that, you know what, Olenna said, "Be the dragon." I think she may attack King's Landing or something. I think she's gonna do something bold, but both sides are gonna be humbled. Cersei is gonna see what the dragons can do, and I think that if one of the dragons doesn't die, it'll be severely injured with that weapon.
Yep.
I think both sides are gonna be humbled.
I'm sorry, just real quick. Terribly cool idea. All right, guys. So listen, right? She lost the ships, right? But she's got to get to Dorne, right? What's the fastest way to get to Dorne without ships?
A dragon.
A dragon.
You gonna
Maybe
find
she'll
what?
stick Tyrion on a dragon and be like, go to Dorne.
Wait, why she gotta get to Dorne?
They gotta rally the Dorne troops. That's where.
That's right.
Remember, that's where the Greyjoys were. They were gonna go and get the Dornish.
Now, how are they going to do that?
Oh, they're gonna get the Dornish and bring them up to fight in.
My question to all this is, how are they going to do that though? Dorne has no leadership now. Who the
They
fuck's
don't
in
even know.
charge
How
of
they even
Dorne?
gonna
I know,
So
but
how is she just going to like land there and just be able to take this thing that like
but
take over
look,
the Dornish?
the Dornish
army?
were supposed to be fighting with her. Were supposed to be fighting in the Red Keep. That's where they're supposed to be fighting at. So that's just maybe one battle she doesn't go into. She can still fight at Castle Rock and take, like, she can still make her other points and then find another way. She's probably going to use some of those northern soldiers.
Yeah, Castle Rock is still gonna
Okay,
happen.
but see, Castle Rock might still happen, but now you have like a case where you have nobody at King's Landing, and right now in King's Landing they're making those fucking dragon killers. Just want to point that out. Like Cersei, if you think about it, really has kind of the upper hand in a lot of aspects. She does, dude. I know you're like, hey, she's that dragon, dude. She just took out. I mean,
I'll tell
yes.
you guys.
Look. Daenerys has the dragons, but does she have full control of the dragons? You've seen how the dragons have been against in battle, dude. It's exactly that thing is fucking crazy, man. And you know she's gonna fucking put all of her money, and that dude is gonna do whatever he can to make sure that thing fucking works, dude. So if you think about it, in all honesty, like Cersei has the upper hand. Daenerys had the upper hand when she first landed, and if she would have attacked, things would have been different. But now it's not the same playing field at all whatsoever.
Yeah, I can see that.
You kidding me, dude? The whole fleet is gone. The only person that's left on that side of the rebellion of the Greyjoy is Theon, and Theon has no fucking dick.
Yeah, he a coward, little bastard.
Well, that was just the Greyjoy fleet, right? But that
it's not the whole fleet because there's supposed to be another one going to Castle Rock.
Okay, all I have to say is what we saw right now, dude. They took out 2 fucking houses, dude. They took out Dorne and they took out the Greyjoy that were on the side.
I didn't see the Dorner ships there, so I don't know if all.
Yeah, it's not all of them because
plus this was a surprise attack, and I think
and they were in and out quick.
I think
bro, they decimated a lot of fucking shit, bro. The whole fleet is gone.
Also, Cersei's gift.
Yeah, dude. She's gonna fucking.
Here with my hand raised.
Babe, you know you can't do that with these motherfuckers. Dive in.
You had the whole forever.
Sorry.
Forever.
No, I was just trying to say the same thing that Serge was saying. What exactly was the gift that he promised to her?
The girls that killed his daughter.
Yeah.
The girls that killed his. Okay, well then they.
Her daughter.
He has those.
Yeah.
So, are they gonna get married now? Is Cersei?
She's not gonna marry his ass.
So you're thinking maybe Cersei will betray him, and then he'll be like, "I'll take my ships and fuck off."
She's not gonna marry his ass. There's no way.
I don't think they'll get married, but I think he's gonna make her do one more thing before she marries him.
She'll just keep having to do
something. Another thing. I just wanted you to see how far you can go.
Yeah, no, I think she'll be like, okay, we'll get married, but like after the war, and then somehow try to find a way to backstab him. But by then,
literally,
he'll have died.
But also, this war is much more about being like thinking not only about force and all like aspects of war, but also about winning people on your side.
Yeah.
And Cersei is doing a very poor job of that. The only way how she is winning people over is out of desperation and out of fear.
Yep. Well, that's all
those
that
are
works.
her two.
But those don't hold tight.
That is a very, like, that's not a good strategy at all. Daenerys, she's got the ultimate power for right now, which are the dragons. She has resources. She has a huge ass army consisting of like the air. She had fleets. I don't know if she still has any ships at all. But she has it all right now, and she is slow and careful, and she's taking her time. Cersei, even though she has some basic planning, she's pretty much, I would say, impulsive.
I mean, I'd just blow everything up with my dragons immediately. Just get it over with.
Well, that's why we're glad you don't have dragons.
Yeah.
No, I would have done the same thing too.
So get it over with. Fuck.
Glad you don't have dragons either. Sorachicha.
Man, if you forgot your point, give it to me.
Yeah, give it back over here, man. I got something to say.
You forgot
Speak.
your point.
Damn it. You got your point.
I remember. So we're seeing 3 leadership styles in the north. Oh, okay. So Daenerys is ruling by like what? Admiration, like people.
Yeah.
Democracy.
Democracy, admiration. Cersei is ruling by fear. Jon is ruling out of necessity.
It's more like a monarchy.
It's a necessity.
No, he's ruling like a monarchy.
She's being a dictator, and then Daenerys is being a little bit more of a like politician almost.
Yeah. So like we're seeing like
she's Daenerys.
And I'm trying to think of like whose people are listening the most. But like I don't know, it's just interesting seeing the leadership styles. Like
I mean, ask yourself, who would you want to live under?
Yeah.
Jon Snow.
But I mean, you want to live in the north. Jon Snow is obviously the one doing what he thinks is right. It's just I don't know. I'm ready to see Cersei kind of lose. Like I'm just ready to see the dominoes fall.
But
I
got.
I saw Pat.
Anyway, shit, now you made me forget. So going back to the whole, the gift thing of that girl, that snake queen, whatever. You know how Euron's gonna take her back to Cersei and whatever. I think she's gonna actually tell Cersei the plan of what's happening with Dany, and Cersei might, because she's gonna die anyways, right? She's gonna maybe try to plead with him, try to stay alive, and give her like insights about what's happening, what Cersei really thinking about, and saying about Casterly Rock and everything, just to stay alive. So she might save them. So maybe Cersei might be prepared for that shit. So that's why I was with Nahid the whole point where you do the whole fucking attack and get it over with. More time you wait, you give more people to prepare and shit to go wrong as well.
No, you got another situation before you run in.
And then
the situations. I mean,
She
when you
can
have all
get
the
this
when you have the
information through
nuke.
no,
you
but
launch
I'm
the
just
nuke.
saying like. That chick who Sand Snake, she has no allegiance to Dany now because her kids are dead. All right, she's about to die.
She's got one kid. Look,
She was
she's
salty with Tyrion.
but she hates. Look, she's got. I think she'll go down because she hates Syria. And also, this is for you. You think you're supposed to go in, man? Remember what King Boomy said, man. Sometimes you gotta fucking fill that shit out.
Wait,
man.
Yeah, but King Boomy wasn't dealing with no Cersei Lannister, dude.
And then another thing
Azula.
was
Azula.
you know how John's gonna
Nothing
go
against
down
Cersei
to
Lannister.
see Dany.
She's smarter.
John's gonna go down to see Dany and they, just to team up with her. He doesn't want to fuck with Cersei or anything like that. He wants to actually just team up with the White Walkers. Now, if Dany does believe in that, and she does believe the White Walkers are more of a threat than Cersei, so then isn't that going to give Cersei even more time to prep? And that's
No, because they're not going to do that. What she'll say is, fine, then that's the case, but we're going to take care of shit here at home, and we're going to rally everybody at home to fight the one in the north. You don't want to fight two wars.
But to beat the White Walkers, people ain't gonna matter. It's her fucking dragons that are gonna matter, right? So they're gonna have to use those dragons. You can't have dragons in two places at once. So either then she can't use those dragons on Cersei.
She could probably just go ahead and say, "Help me take
Yeah.
King's Landing
Yep.
first, and then I'll come
because
up
that is
straight
just
there."
100%
But
what I would do if I was her.
but that's also taking time away from the armies still rising.
Not if they think they can do King's Landing, like literally, like, all right,
In
that's
this
the plan.
season,
Yeah,
and then
like
next
literally.
season is all just
Yep.
that.
Yep. Because then think about this: if they can wrap up King's Landing, they will have a whole entire country moving against the White Walkers. Also, have another thing about the White Walkers I want to say. I'll wait for everybody else to talk though. I'll remember.
Man,
Who got it?
I just want to say, dude, Cersei has it right now, dude. She's fucking just taking it down. And the only I would say the card that might fucking kick her in the ass is Brandon Tarly. If Brandon Tarly decides to either be with Olenna or her, is what's going to change a lot of things.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I'm like really just curious to see,
maybe
man.
he will
Because
be with Cersei.
yeah, it's just like it's coming down to it, man. Because it's like the same thing kind of happened with like with the alliances at the end, dude. It was like the Boltons. The Boltons were like they were Stark bannermen all through everything.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Poetic justice.
And they got that same fucking deal. Hey, we'll make you Warden of the North. He got the deal going to Warden of the South. You know, it's just I really wonder what's gonna happen.
What he would do.
Well, let's see how honorable man Randall Tarly really is.
Bo, can
bro.
I get it after you, please?
I appreciated the scene with Randall Tarly because he was pretty much a dick last season.
Yeah.
But
It didn't.
they showed that he still has his own rules.
He has an honor,
code.
dude. He's
like,
an honorable
I've known
motherfucker.
Olenna for years. Like, I don't know. It was cool to see the depth of that character. He's not just like a yes man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And Jamie's giving him an ultimatum. We're gonna see what happens when my man is pushed against the
I
wall.
think this might go the opposite way because I think because Randall Tarly is more of an honorable man than the Boltons were definitely, and the Tarly family were too.
I don't think so.
No,
I think
Randall
it's
Tarly
the
said,
opposite.
"If my queen makes a call, I show up."
Yeah, he does, but dude, Randall
on some
Tarly.
Spanish shit.
Randall Tarly also knows what the queen is, and Randall Tarly knows
If
what the
Daenerys
queen did.
makes it known that she's siding with Jon Snow, and Jon Snow is known to be cool with wildlings, Randall Tarly would go to Cersei. Remember
Yeah, that is
how
true.
pissed he was when Gilly was at the dinner and is like, by bringing that to my table and making me die with it. I'm like, Jesus Christ, bro. God, calm the fuck down. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's Sammy's dad.
Yeah.
Oh
He ain't
shit.
got his nice sword though. My boy Sam took it.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you.
No, I said ask for it after you remember.
That's Chris.
No, I was gonna give it to Marquetta.
That's Chris.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Anyways, I wanted to say a prediction probably.
Okay.
Do it.
Well, one of them was seeing how Euron kind of destroyed the fleet and stuff. Since the Dothraki are supposed to invade the Lannister Castle Rock, I think that's where the scene you'll see like she just sends her dragon there to burn it down, and that's where Jaime is kind of like riding through it, kind of pissed as fuck because it's taken over.
Yeah.
We can see that.
But wait, no. Okay, I'm
No. Okay. Are you no? So my prediction is this: that Westeros will fall in the next episode to the White Walkers completely, and everyone will have to flee to Essos just to find out that Essos has a thing called like the Cold Walkers or something. It's like the exact same thing. It's in Essos. Like, hold on, this happens in Essos too. And they're like, yeah, no, we got like our own shit to worry about. That's all. That'd be fine. I just wonder what like Essos and like Sephiroth think about like White Walkers.
Set
Like
those-
they're just like, hold on, so you guys have winter over there, and it's just like winter over there for like years. Like we're over here in the desert. It's fine for us. It's been fine. I don't know what you guys are doing.
Yeah, maybe the White Walkers take over Westeros and like
Yeah,
the
that's it.
survivors like go to they abandon it.
I just wonder what the rest of the world thinks about it.
Yeah.
I wanted to follow up on what you guys mentioned about the Tarly and his decision and how he is motivated by his hatred for the wildlings. When we heard Cersei talk about, you know, like the state of the nation and how shit's going down on all sides, and how, you know, like on the south you have the Dothraki hordes
What
that
she
will
called them
murder and
savages.
kill everyone.
They are though.
Yeah,
On the other hand,
they will.
no, listen. And on the other hand, you have wildlings that are coming, you know, and bridging the wall. Blah 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 blah. Lannisters. We saw them through season 1 through season 5, raping, killing, and all that bad shit that she was talking about.
He
Until they
called
find
them out,
people
too.
for. I'm sorry.
Like Randall called that out.
Yeah,
too.
dude.
Yeah, but I'm just like calling out that hypocrisy that she, you know, she has, and kind of a bit of racism
Fake
that
news.
there is, and you know, just kind of like motivating people again with the fear of other.
Yep. She's a Democrat.
But she is, but then you have it contrasted, especially in this season, and especially when the war is beginning, of how like common people react or interact with each other. When you have, you know, like Arya meeting the Lannister small troop, and they just kind of, you know, chilled and then went on their own business. And was there something else? It's just like people, like common men, if they meet, it's just like, oh, you're from another house. I don't know if I can care anymore. I'm tired of this shit. You know?
Yeah, they're kind of tired of the politics.
Yeah, but the royalty is just still like stuck up in their own, like, oh, I am the one. No, I'm the one.
It's almost as if it's a Game of Thrones.
You know, they keep saying that like we're gonna have a dynasty that's gonna last for a millennia. They're fucking up. Like, I mean, I know that they know nothing aside from dynasties, but like, the world's changing there. Is the world changing there? I don't know. How long have they been in the ship age? They've just been doing the same. Like, they don't have cable yet, so maybe the world isn't changing. Maybe dynasties is a thing that can last for another 10,000 years.
I think that scientist dude might be experimenting. That dude needs to die. He's
yeah,
like,
right. Every time he opens his mouth,
he's like the Goebbels of like.
right? Yeah. Bro, he is like Goebbels.
He comes up some good shit though, dude.
You ready, Bob?
He needs to go, dude. I think if he
comes out
dies,
some-
that'll do a lot of damage because he's like the techie of
I
He's
agree,
like Dr. Frankenstein or some shit.
because he brought back the mountain. He found out, like, you know, where the stash is.
The wildfire, yeah.
They have the little birds.
He's actually been the success for Cersei.
Yeah.
And without him, Cersei would be kind of...
Hybrid, right?
Yeah.
Hybrid.
And his new, like, founding of this, like, it's just another added... Like, this is like, holy shit, this motherfucker just doesn't quit. Like, he's... I would want him on my side.
That guy has literally like made a fucking monster, and he's like, "This is awesome." Like when that dude is alone, the things that he touches himself to are like war crimes. That guy's fucked
What
up.
makes him so dangerous though is just how subtle of a character he is.
And well, that's what I'm saying. He's just like he's such a.
He's like in the background. He's doing all the work.
He's such a like pivotal role for Cersei, and like without him,
if she didn't have
she'd
him,
be
she'd
fucked.
Yeah.
Like multiple times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I forgot most of it.
Serge, will you touch his beard and then touch my hand? No, touch. No. With both hands. Give me this hand. I'll touch his beard, and I'll touch his beard. Look, we made a chain.
That's disgusting.
So, Jesus. Anyway, damn it, I had a good point.
Sorry.
Can we talk about Nymeria?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what that's. Can I talk about what?
Oh yeah, what do you
Was that really Nymeria?
I think so. It is.
Dude, it was huge. Direwolves are.
No, she even said that's not her.
Can I say my point? I was
It
gonna
could've
say
been
before.
metaphorical.
Let Serge talk.
Can I say what I was gonna say? So, in the books,
Say what you got.
Maester Qyburn is like way more fucked up even. Like Cersei sends him like servant girls to just like fuck with, just to do experiments on. Like and like she's like, I need more. And she's like, yeah, sure, take this girl. Like this, she doesn't care about her.
She's giving like children.
Yeah, like she doesn't care about women or gender. Like
Okay.
she has no This is the books though. But yeah, he is an asset on this show.
No, talk about Direwolf.
But
Yeah.
guys,
Oh, yeah,
I
I
just
was-
want to say
What were
something
you?
about
You were
Kyber.
gonna say what that whole Nymeria scene was like metaphor.
I can say that real quick if you want.
She-
after this.
I mean, at the same time, we should not be looking at. He's a monster, and he's not doing what he's doing for the progress of humanity. But at the same time, there were people in history who started doing, what do you call it, autopsies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was. I mean, this is like the beginning. This is how it starts.
Yeah.
So at the same time, he's doing something good, but his intentions are not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In,
He's,
I mean, in his case,
His talents are wasted.
Maesters, the
Yes.
other Maesters don't like
his
him.
talents are
Like,
wasted.
the other Maesters outcast.
But also the other
He's
maesters
one-
are full of shit. Like
Because
they're
he's like
just
black
Yeah,
magic
they're-
maester.
they're
No.
holding back like
Because Kyber is
Yeah.
willing to go where the other maesters are not willing to go. He's willing to push those
Yeah.
limits. You know what I mean? And
Sometimes
those
you got to
limits
do that.
are very drastic and bad, but they're not.
He-
You know.
It's like Voldemort.
Yeah,
So
he's
I
Voldemort.
do think that was Nymeria because direwolves
Yeah,
get
it definitely
huge.
Yeah.
is, man. It
Second, Nymeria took a good long look at Arya,
Yep.
recognized her, and decided
Not to kill her.
this is her life now. She's running this big pack of wolves. Nymeria can't go back to being Arya's
Yeah.
wolf, and so Arya similarly is thinking like she can't just go back home and be Arya now. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
can't-
but
she's,
Are you guys
she can fight the
sure?
war.
she can, but like I don't know. Like like she said, it's not you, right?
Yeah.
So like I don't know.
Maybe she's talking
It's
to
a
herself.
metaphor.
Yeah,
No, it's not a
But
metaphor.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I wrote mine down.
Nahid next.
I think that Nymeria did realize her, but Arya is still playing with like her being
No one.
Arya and no one.
Yeah.
She senses that she's still Arya, but she's also no one, and so with that, she can't hold on to being with
Yeah.
Arya. So she's like, no, I can't because you're no one
Yeah.
in a sense. But I don't think that's the same.
She's worn many faces.
Yeah, and I don't think that's like Nymeria realizes that's not the same girl that she grew up with protecting and everything
Yeah.
like that, and so like at this point she's able to protect herself. She's
She does.
able to do whatever she needs to do, and her life is to be in that force. And like I'm sure if for some reason she was gonna get attacked or something,
Yeah.
I'm sure Nymeria would come and then just
Yeah.
leave.
Or if she
Yeah.
became like Arya again.
I don't know. I think
Yeah.
at this point they're at
No, I
two
think
different
that's
paths.
that's
She
done.
chose the no one, and
Yeah,
Nymeria
like,
is
do you see that giant wolf going back to like, I'm gonna go live in Winterfell now. I've been
Yeah.
out here running shit with my gang, and now you've offered me a warm house, so I'm a fucking wolf. I got a wolf pack.
Yeah.
NWO.
Oh, sorry.
Motherfucker,
Shit.
wolf back.
I don't think that was Nymeria because I
Bruh.
don't think it's her, man. Because
For life.
I don't think that wolf was Nymeria.
Okay, so why wouldn't he kill her? They were
Well,
literally ready to kill her. They were really ready to kill her.
Because there could be
Did
other
you see the
direwolves
wolf?
out there. We can't just rule
No,
out.
they're
there's
not.
not.
Okay,
that
but
shot,
we
that
just
close-up
can't-
shot, it was her eyes.
But why
We
did she not
just-
die?
I don't think no, because the eyes look like.
There are no
like,
direwolves north
eyes-
of the wall.
the eyes
it was
to
like
me
an
look
omen
like-
that the Starks
the-
got these.
Man, hey, it's my opinion, and the eyes to me look like Sansa's dog, not her dog.
Sansa's dog is dead.
I know, but it looked more like her, not this. I'm just saying, it doesn't look like.
I remember what this dog looked like
I
when
don't
she
think
was
it was
setting
her.
her free, and
I don't
that's
think
why they
it's her.
zoomed in on the eyes. It looked
Yeah.
exactly like.
I don't think it's her.
Because they've shown in the previews, bro. They've shown.
I don't think it's
Side
her.
by side.
I don't
Look
think
at
it's
side by
her.
side.
Put it
She
side
even
by
said
side.
it's not you, so I don't think it's her.
Porn and
It-
it's been a
it's-
few days since
Put
this
up like
video's
Google
been out.
articles. It's like it confirmed it was.
At this point, he already knows he's wrong, but it's okay.
No, it's not her,
Like, by the
and
time the video's up, I mean.
and because Arya said
Watch
that
me
it's
right, though.
not her.
No, he's
And
I'm gonna say too, dude.
also,
those
man,
people are wrong.
I just want to say, dude, Arya looks so like Ned. It's fucking crazy with the hair being ponytailed in the back and everything like that. Wearing her
I
dad's,
said
like,
that. He's just stealing what
outfit.
I said.
Yeah, dude, I'm also watching right there too.
The
Nice.
creators actually came out and confirmed that was Nymeria.
No, dude, I don't think.
If the creators confirm it, then yeah, I'm wrong.
I'm just
but
kidding.
I don't
They
think
did
it's
it. I'm
her.
just saying if they did. That'd be
I don't
funny.
think it's her.
Rana.
That's a skip.
I like that Tyrion or whatever when he wrote the letter to Jon Snow, he wrote like that line he told him when they first met to let him know like, hey, you can trust me. I'm not gonna like stab you in the back. I know like your family's gone through shit, but like
Dwarves are bastards in the Fatherhood.
yeah, I know I'm a Lannister, but like at the end of the day we're both like men, we're like bastards and we've both gone through the same thing. Like I'm not gonna like fuck you over. And then also his conversation with Littlefinger down below is like, "Don't touch my sister." He knows he's a fucking creep as much as we do.
Yeah.
Wait, back here. Oh.
Not called
Don't
for
they
it.
know that Tyrion killed Tywin and
Yeah.
supposedly
Yeah.
Joffrey?
Yeah, but like they're
Is
just.
Tyrion really about the bastard though? I
No.
thought
Tyrion's just saying like my father hates me as much as like other fathers hate
Well, I'm
me.
sorry,
He
my
could
must
be.
be a bastard.
So everybody's all up in arms about who died on the boat and who's gonna be the king and who's gonna be the queen. Y'all motherfuckers forgetting the important shit. Like my boy Grey Worm.
Oh, he got it in.
Yeah,
Whatever
so-
he could get in, he was
Guys,
Tongue
lesbians have plenty of sex without the fucking penises.
They
I'm
got
pretty
some-
sure my
they
guy
got
can figure it
side
out.
Okay, I'm just confused
She looked
because
like something was inside
Cersei's
her.
like,
His
yeah,
hands were
no.
right here.
Yeah.
And she was like,
Oh my
Then he
God.
went down on her.
yeah, but before that,
Before that,
before
it
that,
looked like something entered.
Guys, hold on. I didn't want to argue the semantics of if he did or did not have a penis and how he did or
He
did not
was just
pleasure her.
rubbing up
What
on
I
her.
wanted to say was that my boy got like a decent amount of like fucking story there. Like that was actually all really touching. And even though it was, I sneezed and farted. I'm sorry.
God damn it, Chris.
I thought you were like trying to cover up some bad thing you were
He's
going to
been
say.
farting
No,
all day.
Oh,
That's my name.
that's me. That's my life.
I need both holes. Like,
Well, I call farting. I need that inertia to keep me sitting in the same spot. I was gonna say, even though
Can
it's a
I
very
see a
sexy
picture?
moment with my cough fart, that it was still a really sweet moment, and it was like kind of good, and it touched the heart and the penis as well.
I agree.
No, Mickey asked for it.
Get out of here.
Real
What-
quick about that.
What were we talking about? What were you? Oh yeah, the conversation down below. What was he expecting to have happened?
Right, exactly what I was thinking.
Oh,
I don't think he's
Littlefinger-
butting his fucking head where he shouldn't.
So I want
be.
to fuck your mom and your sister.
He's
Just
done
looks
that
at him.
time and time again. I feel like he does it to himself because
He just likes to be
just to get angry, so he does something rash or like drastic.
I think his secret is that his fetish is being choked, and that's how he gets it.
I'm
how he
agree with
gets
that
there.
one. I'm agree with that one.
I seriously, I don't know, man. Like, what was he expecting? He's like, I love just as I loved your mother. Like, what a fucked up thing to say.
Right, we're in the
Your
tomb.
sister and your mom.
This is her fucking
not
husband's
his
body.
mom.
You're going in on this right now,
It's not his mama.
No, but she said like just as I loved your mom
right?
and your sister.
No, I'm telling you, Littlefinger has,
Fuck.
out of everybody that's close to the Starks, he's essentially a Bolton. He hates all the Stark men. He's like, I've been wanting to fuck Stark women for as long as I've existed.
Back on what you said about Grey Worm and Missandei real quick. I want to call out all the fuckboy know-it-all, like Game of Thronesers that are like, they swear by the books and that the show can never do well, and they hate all the filler plot, and they consider the Missandei Grey Worm filler plot. But
What?
I'm like, bro, you gotta flesh out these tertiary characters, secondary characters as well. Like, now I give a shit way more about them. Like,
And
I don't,
Yeah.
I don't care if you're not
And
into
he plays
it,
an
but, like,
important
it's-
part in her army, so
is
we
it
want
not
to know more
interesting?
about him.
But
He's
I-
an Unsullied
I
warrior.
think
It's
he's
interesting
gonna
to hear
die
what
now.
he says and his stories.
Yeah, man, he got too much.
Yeah, I think he's
got
gonna
too
die
much-
now for sure.
He got too much development.
Yeah, even like the whole thing about him being a kid and how they have fears. Like, man, that was some real sweet shit. That's some real shit. He's just like, I didn't used to have fear, but now I got you. Now I fear about you. Can take away some real shit, man.
And Missandei has the nicest boobs in the
Yup.
whole show.
I wish they showed her booty though. They didn't show her booty.
They
That's
do.
right.
They did show her booty.
We saw that dude's
Bro,
booty.
we're showing your titties right now, my guy.
You gotta see the show it.
Well, blur that out. Hit my boy with the black
We
bar.
got blur out feet and nipples. Feet and nipples.
Just a black bar.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
So fucking funny.
I don't have much.
Man, we've been at it.
Quite a hilarious discussion.
I don't have much to say
Anything
about
else we
this.
gotta say,
Yes,
man? I think
me.
that's
Shut
it.
up.
No brand. Rana has the floor.
Not much to say about this part, but I'm happy to see that Sam came in for our boy Jorah Mormont.
Yeah.
Oh,
and-
Talk about that.
Oh, it was gross.
It was,
was like-
it was a fucking disgusting scene.
Aren't you just supposed to
like,
just stab him with a dragon glass and just cure?
No.
No. So
I don't know.
he said he was like going through the book. Maybe the person used dragon glass to cut it off, and then we're thinking that that's what the correlation was. But my guy's about to get his whole entire skin taken off,
God,
and then an
man.
ointment put on it. And I don't want to be
That
a dick.
was so...
but that was so.
That kind of seems like what you would do to
And then
cure it.
just
That
the-
doesn't seem that far fetched.
Yeah.
cut scene to the food.
But
Yeah.
it's because you have to
Yeah.
have to touch it. Like that's
Yeah.
why like the Mason
Oh, God.
got grayscale. So like Sam was at risk. You know what I'm
There's
saying?
Sam,
no
I feel like
reason
he needed something like
cutting
covered his
that whole
mouth.
thing off.
He's
But
gonna pop one of those joints. He's gonna shoot his fucking mouth. He's gonna get sick, dude.
But
Oh
so,
God, it was the pus, the pus.
Okay,
I just want to like lick it. See what it
Real
tastes
quick,
like.
but like, Jorah Mormont is a real man for taking that pain. Okay,
yeah,
that
yeah,
is
he's
just
a man.
oof.
I'm gonna quit the channel.
When Sam was talking about how he had to cut it off and then apply the ointment, like probably grind the dragon glass into the ointment and put it on, and that could stop it too. So
this is why you're going to PA school, bro.
See,
This is why.
dudes, I have a prediction. So after the situation happens, where he fixes Jorah Mormont, because it's gonna fucking happen. Jorah Mormont, he's a fucking dude, man. He's the man. He's gonna get out of this shit.
Is he gonna get out of the friend zone too?
I think it's gonna happen. But what I want to point out and what I want to say is, after this happens, now the people at the Citadel, they're gonna figure out that Sam did this shit, and they're gonna go after him for it. He's really.
They don't have an army at the Citadel.
No, they're gonna. No, they don't have. It's not about.
chains.
No, they can still. No, they can. They can scold him. Or they can. I mean, dude, they can do a lot of things to him, dude. Who knows what the Citadel can do to him? And I think whatever ends up happening, it's gonna be something bad, and Sam is gonna have to leave the Citadel. And I think Jorah is gonna fucking break him out of there, and fucking Gilly, and they're gonna steal a bunch of motherfucking books, and they're gonna go to the fucking north.
I caught next. I'm sorry. What are you gonna say?
But everything had his hand up.
You guys, we're gonna say is way important in this. I think what's gonna happen is that Jorah Mormont is going to touch a dragon, and it'll be a stone dragon, and it'll fucking breathe out gravel.
I think Jorah Mormont is gonna wield Heartsbane.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh.
What?
Heartsbane, Sam's father's
Sam's
sword.
dad's
Yeah.
Valyrian's too.
Yeah.
I think this is his.
Well,
He's
I
gonna be
actually
one of the
have
12.
questions on what can happen.
The stone dragon?
No.
No,
That's
that's
not
not
gonna
fiction.
So you know how Daenerys left.
Okay, Surge.
Daenerys left. I can't remember his name, but he's one of the
Daria.
second sons.
Dario
Naharis.
Dario Naharis.
Do you think they'll come back to make a
I
play?
don't know where he is.
No, he's right
They're
now.
back.
He
They
left
changed
Left
the
him
piece
in charge of.
until they
that's
make
right.
elections and whatever. But like
He will come back.
now with all this is happening, like
Oh yeah, she could use the second sons as another army.
yeah.
Yeah, I got.
But then they'll just leave Marine empty again. It'll be slave
Well,
pits
that-
and
Kinda
harpies
They go
as soon
like
as she
big
leaves.
right.
We're slaves. Like
Well,
the masters. pop
Hopefully
out.
by then they'll have the elected officials and stuff, because that's what she said is like stay here, keep the peace until they pick their own people and whatnot, and then I don't know, we might go jerk off.
No one will forget the day the dragons came to Marine.
And then I got another thing. It's like so Walder Frey died and Walder,
Mhm.
not
Walder.
Walder.
Walter White.
Walter White.
Walder Frey died, and when before he died and everything like that, when they were having the feast like a long time ago, they said that they who's the Tully guy that they imprisoned?
Oh, the Blackfish.
No, he got killed.
Oh,
Cousin.
Edmund.
Edmure.
Edmure.
What the fuck happened to him?
He's still in the basement.
Did
dying
they just
of
forget about him?
starvation.
He's like, usually they'll come give me my food by about now. Where is everyone? Like,
Oh yeah, well I didn't
what the
already
fuck happened? Well, we don't know what happened to
Right,
him.
he's
so I'm
just in the
kinda-
cell still.
Well, the
like-
girls are in charge now. They probably like.
Well,
they
his
probably-
wife no, she's not alive still. No,
Oh,
she's
no,
still
she
alive.
should be. She should be.
Yeah, so his like pretty Frey wife is still there, and maybe he'll run the twins.
She was pretty. Yeah.
He-
Well,
she
that's what
was
I'm saying.
for a Frey
Like,
girl.
where is how he's gonna? Fuck it.
I don't know, pop out of the dungeon,
Man,
won
what-
the phrase.
All right, guys, that's all the time we had today. Thank you so much.
Dicks.
Oh, hey,
Hey, man,
More
you guys-
ghost is getting knocked.
You guys can destroy equipment and shit, man. Come on now. I just wanna. Fuck, give me the shit back.
Just say it.
I know. I just want to say big ups to the man Jorah Mormont, because I mean it's just crazy. I never thought this man would make it this far. Like I really think he's gonna be the one of the 12 that's gonna go against the fucking the Walkers, because he is gonna get Heartsbane, dude. And it just shows how fucking awesome the show was. Because he was a fucking like a traitor. He was working for Robert Baratheon in the beginning, man, trying to fucking kill Daenerys. And then he goes through all that bullshit, and he ends up fucking falling in love with her. He gets exiled. He comes back.
The fighting
He gets
pits.
Fighting pits.
Yeah.
I mean, the man gets turned into a stone man. He's coming back alive, dude. He's gonna fucking beat some ass. I can't wait.
Azor
Hey man, Nate, do you realize like, every time you like find some hero they die? No, don't be hyping him up too much, bro. He's gonna die.
There's no way, man. He's dying, dude. Because you know what? I thought he was gonna kick it last season. I thought he was gonna kick it a couple
The
seasons
show
ago.
is realistic.
But he's surviving. He's a goddamn survivor, man.
For everybody.
Yay,
You know,
finally.
All right,
Yeah,
that's all I
Yeah,
gotta
'cause the
say.
episode's
Jorah
almost over.
motherfucking
We've talked for an
Mormont.
hour.
Real quick, one character who's alive right now that you did not think would be alive this far in.
Ah.
I'm gonna say Theon Greyjoy.
That was mine.
Mine is Jorah Mormont. I thought he was gonna die.
Just say it. Just say it.
Oh, I was just gonna say this was fun doing discussions with you guys. It's gonna kind of suck.
Oh, we're gonna miss
Bo, don't go, bro.
Bo, don't go.
I'll try to Skype in on one of them or
Yeah,
something.
can we just have a laptop set up there?
Can you just come for the finale?
I'll try to come for the finale for sure. Yeah,
Finally?
but it's gonna be one of those crazy.
Remember, dude, you're always gonna be a Norman, dude.
You're
You're the OG. You're an OG Normie, dude.
I'm
Remember that
sad.
shit.
You can't be the first one.
Wasn't
to
Bo
get
on the
married
first
and
every
shit.
episode of the
Nah,
Normies?
When you get married and
Hold on, what?
Yo,
We did that already. I know what you meant.
it's
Sure, I
gonna
know
put
what
pressure
you meant.
on the us brownies when another brownie gets hitched, especially this guy.
This guy, hey, whoever marries this motherfucker, let me know because I need to be at the bachelor party. Because they're gonna burn down whatever city we're in.
I'm gonna be there.
I'm
Just
invited
an
to
absolute
the
shit
party,
show.
right?
No, you're not.
No, we have a real friend. Like we have a good
Guy
friendship.
This dude's gonna be.
Yeah, he said yes. He
Thank
said
you.
yes. He said
Thank you.
yes. He said
Thank
yes.
We'll see, but yeah, more like.
Alright,
Fuck you.
That's it.
That's it. We'll be going for too
Hey,
long.
you're coming.
All right, y'all.
As always, leave a like and comment and subscribe if you have not already. A big shout out to our super patrons on Patreon, and thank you to all of you. We will try to get this discussion video out sooner. Bye. Also, I want to fuck your mother and your sister.